Alright, hello there YouTube. I've really wanted to expand, my Savage Lecture Time series, but I feel like I've covered what I wanted to cover with that series. And I've made a lot of need spot videos before and stuff like that. Now I have like some aim things I want to cover and stuff, but I really wanted to do like a map specific video. So I'm gonna do a Dualsight video here, like a competitive guide. So we can start off like this. Of course, this might seem obvious, but it's important. Now there's three media options for the EU team. You can go to one through TV. This is called bottom TV. This is called top TV or crow's nest. Or you can go middle. This is called bunk beds because there's these bunk beds right here. 1, 2, 3 bunk beds. Then you can also go to. This doesn't have a name mostly. Anything through here is just called whatever. Yeah. If you go this way, you have two options. Well, no, let's talk about this first. So you have those three options, right? Mid, bottom, TV to 1 or 2. So you have three options. So that's how many options you're facing when you start. Now, on this map, it's really common to go 2 because 2 is a little bit easier to take in a way. It's not that 1 is really, it's not really easier, it's just a lot of people prefer 2. So when you go 2, this right here is called showers. This is the critical area. Any site on any map, when you go to, like say a 1 or 2, there's a choke point. There's a vital point in the map that is the most important area of the map, right? So this is where NRF is usually going to have like maybe one person rushing, 2 people rushing, and then a lot of times they'll flashbang here. There's a set grenade spot that lands right here. So as you're going here, if you go straight in like this, you have to watch out for these nades. And then the enemy, when they come in here, they have two options. A lot of them like to come up here and they'll shift up against the wall. Now, rifles can also do something like this. A scope oftentimes will do this, a little bit different. And the thing for that is you can your scope usually wants to go first. Your scope can go first to pick off all those spots pretty well. Like if he's scoping, he shifts, he can see the window. Then the scope goes like this, checks that spot, then he turns, boom, and it's all clear. Well, if you want, you also have another option. Rifle, you can rush like this and jump. And then you can see them when they're rushing in. And even if they see you, they're not going to shoot at you because they have to shoot through the box, which is like 5 shots. And even if you jump like me with a pistol, by the time they shoot through the box, you have your gun out, you can shoot them. You always win that firefight. So if you're here and you know that they're in there, you can flash the window like this. And you can also flash like that. Which that was bad too.
Fire in the hole!
So once you take this, there's a few things to consider. Where can the enemy get you from, right? They can come down the ladder. There's the right side, there's the left side, and then there's ramp and the green box. So first things, if you're gonna push 2 from here, no matter what you're gonna do, you always have to be aware of ladder. If you have an enemy, if you have a teammate mid, if you have a teammate, let's go over the more callouts. This is ladder. This is armory. If you have a teammate up in armory, like your teammate, say one teammate went through bug beds and he has armory, then you don't have to worry about ladder. Now, if your teammate went mid through bunk beds and died, or if he knows there's an enemy here, this isn't clear, so you have to watch the ladder. That doesn't mean that you should have one person, doing what they did back in the day, old style AV, crouching, watching the ladder. No. You can have, 5 people pushing the site. It's just that when you push in, you have to listen for the footstep, the drop. And once 2 or 3 teammates are in the site, the last guy should turn around like this. But leaving a teammate behind right at the start, just crouching in this corner, this is too slow. This isn't efficient enough. He's only watching one thing. So, you have all these ways the enemy can see you. Your options to peek, or you can jump up here, you can see the green box, and you can see there. Usually a scope does that. I like to do it as a rifle. And as a rifle, you can crouch like this, or you can peek the right side like that, or you can peek like this. If you're a scope, you can peek over here, or you can peek green box from here. You can just jump all along here and just clear the whole thing. So those are some options of peeks. Next I'll go over some nade spots. I'm gonna probably need more rounds. I might have to leave. It's whatever. I can just leave and make the room. So you've already gotten through here. You might have a teammate mid, you might not. Now if your teammate, oh, I just ran all this way for nothing. I want to explain it. If you know there's a scope middle, say your teammate went through bunk bed, right? And he saw an enemy in the armory. Usually, defensive teams love to have a scope go armory, or scopes love it. I don't know if the teams do or the scopes do. But anyway, scopes love to rush up here, and then they'll just pre-scope right here, right here. And if your teammate in bunk bed over there calls out, hey, there's a scope over here, and he's kind of stuck, right? Like, say there's a rifle over here too, and he can't do anything. And you're down in the shower, you already cleared it. The main spot you can use is to go here, crouch, aim like this.
Fire in the hole!
That should be good. And that should kill the scope. That was mid and help your teammate out. We'll see. Huh. I haven't done this spot in a long time. I never was a favorite of it. Let me try it again. I'll throw it with a smoke grenade. Some grenades just don't leave marks on the ground. Could be one of those. So you just aim at this triangle. I think it's here.
Fire in the hole!
No. You aim at the triangle but down a little. Right there. Yeah. And let's throw smoke to see where it goes. Because if it doesn't leave a mark, you know. I'm not lying, I swear. See? Smoke goes down right there. Right here. So yeah, it doesn't leave a mark, but it kills the scope right here. So yeah, if your teammate in bunk bed calls out scope here and he's stuck, you can nade right there. And now if you take out the scope, you get a couple benefits. Usually, one scope is the maximum amount of scopes allowed on team, right? So then, you took out their scope. Scopes are very dangerous because even at 1 HP, they can kill 3 people. I mean, every shot is 1 hit kill. So, and not only that, but then, if you clear out mid for your teammate, you also got 1 person up. That means it's 5 versus 4 or whatever. If you can kill an enemy, it's always a good thing. And then your teammate is free to move through mid. So you can probably, you know, maybe you can start shifting up here or doing something. It just opens a lot more possibilities if you can take mid. So, back down here. It's really annoying kind of to face the scope right there, because unless you have a scope, it's kind of hard to kill him. So I like to do a nade spot. But to do this nade spot, you have to stand here. And the thing is, enemy there can see you. An enemy up on the ramp can see you. And if somebody peeks right here or right here, they can see you. So it's really dangerous, right? So you have a few options. You can have a teammate watch for you. Say if they jump up on the shower, like, I'll show you. You can have a teammate watch it like this, and then while you nade, or you can just throw a smoke. Now, you do this if they know that you're already too. If you're trying to be sneaky, you're obviously not going to throw smoke. Okay. So to nade that, you aim at this, and then you just make sure you're on this metal thing, and then you're lined up with that. And then you see this little triangle thing at the top, this pyramid. You want to aim at the top.
Fire in the hole!
And that was really bad. I'm not quite sure where I missed. We'll try it again. Probably just a random thing. So you aim at the
Fire
top.
in the hole!
And there goes the scope. I don't know why I did that. But yeah. Scope right here is dead. So if you're having problems with that person, there's that. So remember how I said the other can peek from over here? Some people like to play here, peek in and out. If you're having problems on that side, you can see these little taps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aim at this one, crouch, and go in. And then you want to put the bottom part of your crosshair, the bottom green part is on line with this slope, right in the middle, like in between here and here. So you want to be like right there. And then you just want to crouch and throw
Fire
it.
in the hole!
Boom. One thing I forgot to mention, you don't just aim at the second tap, so you crouch and you scroll up until this plant on my left side of my screen is gone. So right there, it's gone. See it's there? It's gone. Now you aim.
Fire in the hole!
Except for that time it didn't hit. Let's try it again. I swear I'm not lying. These nades never miss in game, even if it seems like I'm missing them all in practice.
Fire in the hole!
Yeah, they never miss. See? Never. Another problem, as I said, you might have a teammate on green box. Now, or an enemy on green box. You wouldn't have a problem with the teammate on green box. This nade is very secret. I kind of made it myself, but I'll show you guys. You want to throw out smoke again, whatever. And then you want to look for a tile around this that has this white spot. So it's this tile. Aim straight down. And then, oh, I gotta show you till next round. So yeah, you want to smoke, so they can't shoot you, because that'd be no fun. And then you find this tile with the white spot, you aim straight down at the tile. It doesn't have to be exactly like the white spot, it can be anyway. And then, you see this little green piece? You want to aim somewhere around the left side like this. And do you see this little bar? You want to have your left and right crosshair, the green parts, directly in line with it, like mine right now. And then you just want to chuck it. And you should be good. It's my nade spot I made up. Oh, no, not good. Aim more to the right, that's what it was, my fault. There you go. Now this is also good for smoking. The smokes nowadays don't last as long as they used to. But if you smoke it and then you push, it's pretty good because this nade spot kills anybody up on green box. And this smoke will block any scope at their base from picking you off. So you can do a couple things with that nade spot. Same with the nade spot that went to here. If you threw a smoke, you know they can't see. So those are some nade spots for 2. Let's see, any other nade spots? Yeah. If you're pushing in the 2 and you don't want to throw the nade spot that I made, you can just aim at this. See how there's 1, 2, 3 white pieces? Well, 4. You want to aim at the second one right there, and then you just throw it. And as you're pushing in, get the person on green box. I think it would also be an effective smoke. Let's see. Kinda. Whatever. So yeah, that's how you would take 2. A couple things you need to watch out for when you push in. Somebody could play a really bad spot there, there, there. Somebody could be behind the white box. Somebody can camp in here. They might just be on the site somewhere randomly. They could be crouching here. They could be here. They could be at the left side. They could be on the right side. They could be down the tunnel. They could be right here. They can, if they play like this, and you just check like, say like this, then look, you're seeing this, right? I'll show you before. You're seeing from this point on, which means if they hide right here, you're seeing past them. You're not seeing, they can crouch right here. You start planning, boom. So you gotta be aware of things like that. So that's basically going the 2. The person mid, usually you don't want to just have all 5 people rush the site. The way that you would have every 5 person go to like directly through shower, nobody mid, would be if you're gonna say at the beginning, say the round starts, you call it to your teammate like 2 minutes 30 seconds. Hey, we're going to it. Everybody rush 2, and you just straight rush it. You know what I mean? You don't slow play at all. You just rush straight in. That's when you don't have. Usually you have at least 1 or 2 people go mid. So now let's go over mid then, just in time. Alright, so when you go mid, you have a few options. If you go here and peek this, there's a scope or rifle there usually, not always. And you might have somebody coming from bridge from 1. And you might have somebody they might just try to run straight through there and not fight you. Just go there, and they might try to go ladder. You might have somebody on their team that push showers, and then they just went up ladder. So you have a few things to watch out for. Now if you go this way, you might have somebody coming out that door. You won't have anybody over there usually. So if you go this way, you can go this way, this is a little bit better if the scope's there, because now it's closer range, right? And close range, obviously, you have a better chance of sniping than you did back here. Now you can see him, right? The other choice is to go around this way, which is nice if only scope's there, but if a rifle's there, usually he'll be shooting this door. So the rifle will peek right here, as you're like, maybe like right here, so you have to like be careful. And then if you go in, you have a few things. The rifle may be camping in this corner, like he might have got there or just rushed there. And then you might have the rifle going there. You might have somebody jumping up on this side of the green box, so you have to watch. You might have somebody coming up ladder. But when you jump, usually, like I said, there's scope mid. Now, you want to shoot at him, but if you don't kill him in the first few shots, you don't want to peek, because as he's falling back, it's really easy for him to say shoot, maybe he misses, and then it's really easy for him to get that pick, even if he's good. So you just want to let him go back. And if he does go back, I get a handy little nade spot. You go up here to one of these stairs, and you see this black line. You just put your crosshair over the roof. Boom. Not very effective smoke, I would not recommend it. But it's great for a nade spot because when the sniper falls back lots and lots of times, this is much closer than that, right? So if they're running back, they're gonna go here. And also, a lot of scopes play here because they can watch like this and they can get on top of green box. Whereas over here, you can't really see in until they peek. So a lot of scopes like to play here. Well, they're all dead. You can also have rifles that crouch here and here. They're also dead. So that's that night spot. For the person in the ladder, you just gotta know that they're there, and you might want to shift around, check this corner, shift around. Can't really do much about that. But the person going mid, in general, you don't have your whole team mid. You may have like 1 or 2 people mid, right? Well, your job is just to the reason why you wouldn't have 5 people push 2 is because then you'd have to watch the ladder for one thing. Once you're in mid, your team doesn't have to watch the ladder, so they can focus on the front. Not only that, but once you're mid, you can this is a great thing. Let me go over it. NRF, right? Say that they have say you're watching 2. You have a few things to watch. Where can the enemy come from, right? Where can the enemy possibly enter? Well, right now, if everybody went shower, they can only come in this door. Can you imagine how easy of a job it would be to cover 2 if you knew that they were only coming in this door? Then you'd only have to, you could sit right here and watch every single entrance. Then you could just have one teammate here, one teammate here, and you could cover the whole thing. But now, if you have to worry about, hey, maybe they'll come from our base. Maybe they'll come through dark room from our base and flank through tunnel. Then you have a little bit more to worry about, So if you take mid, then they have to play somebody at their base, or if they don't, then you can flank them, right? And also causes people in the site to have a little bit more worry at both the sites, because you could shift up here, go down that way, you can come in here and go down that way, or come this way, or you could just camp here. If your teammates take 1 and they try to rotate from 2, you can kill them all. So mid has great purposes for flanking and making them place themselves more spread out. Yeah. Let's talk about some things. Some nade spots down in the 2. There's not that many that I know that are important, but you can go up on this invisible ledge right here, and then you just aim in this window. Same thing down here. And then there's a nade spot that's C4. You stand here and you aim at the inside corner, right? Yeah. So nope, a little bit higher, right there. Alright. So you want to aim right here, and that should hit your C4. Those 2 nades that I just threw are here, that's why it's so dark. You plant C4 here, you always plant C4 here. The nade I threw to the right side, that goes right here for 2 people camping, peeking here. The other nade was supposed to hit somewhere around here. Same thing as that one, basically. And those are the only real needs you need from mid. Yeah. I'll show you one more. So when you're mid, if you end up going bridge, which is great because if you go bridge, the people in 1 usually have to watch 1 door, which is even smaller than door 2, right? Well, if you go bridge, then they have to worry about, you can see in this window, and you can kill people that are trying to watch that door. You can see through this window, and then they have to worry about, are you going to flank them through that door, through the back door? And then you can, if you're a scope, you can pick off their rotate like this when they rotate in the dark room. It's just so important to have bridge, right? And if you take top 1, oh boy. So yeah, from bridge you might run into some opposition, right? The main opposition would be a scope here or rifle. You just gotta shoot them. You might also run into enemies here, dark room, in there, over there, right here, back there. So now, a lot of times I jump when I'm on bridge, and I usually see enemies over there. So I use this nade a lot, and I get a lot of kills. You just gotta run and jump and throw it over. Great nade spot, right? The easiest one you'll ever learn. I say that as I miss it, probably. Nope, I got it. So this will kill anybody that's just, chilling over here. A lot of times there is. Now for the person camping there, I have a nade spot, but it's not for mid, sadly. The nade spot that I'll show you it is if there's a person camping there, when you want to go bridge, you just go right here, and then you aim at this little black spot. well, this little black bar.
Бросаю гранату!
Oh, by the way, if you run jump this, it goes. It's a good
Бросаю
rush nade,
гранату!
because usually the enemy has one guy go top one, right? It's just going bottom on two people is effective because there's two doors to watch. So if you rush though, it lands right here. And if they go top one and they like to play on that side, they'll usually rush right through and go over. Well, you'll pick them off with this nade as they're running over. You can just throw it as soon as you spawn. This nade, you have to wait a little bit longer. A lot of times a rifle will crouch here and wait for people from bridge, or a scope will watch this, and go to, or tank, and they can watch everything. So that nade's useful. For here, I don't really have a nade spot. I mean, there's some from going one, but it's whatever. So yeah, if they're on the right, like the behind these white things, I just throw a flash and they can't see, and I just jump down and kill them. I'll show you some interesting things from bridge. After this round, I'm gonna have to go in the lobby and remake the game since it was more rounds because I didn't realize. So say you're bridge, and for some odd reason you want to peek inside one, but you don't want to go the dark room. Like you don't want to jump down on the right because of the dark room. Well, you can do this. You can jump here and you can peek inside, which is awkward. So you can do this. This isn't something you use very often, but you can peek green boxes and everything from here. And actually, if you're on top of this green thing, you can jump here, and then you can jump there. And then if you're pointman, or you can jump very well, you can jump the bridge. But it's really hard. Let's try it. Oh, I can't even make that jump, but you can. But I mean, I just missed it. So yeah, that's going middle to one. Usually, if you drop down here and you go dark room, usually your other teammates are going to one, right? Like if you're going mid to one, your other teammates are going to one, right? So you shouldn't want to flank in the site right away. And yeah, so you want to get up against this wall usually, and that means any teammates that come from two to come up with their teammates, you can pick them all off. Now, if you're a scope, a lot of times you'll run into problems rotating because of scope can play here, scope can play here. A rifle can play here, but I much prefer this spot because it's way more awkward of an angle. You gotta figure. For them, they think an enemy could be top, it could be bottom, it could be left. So as they're rotating, they really don't want to come out like this, right? Because then they're showing their back to two sides. So a lot of times they'll check here, and then they'll try to check like this, and then they'll try to go. Well, if you're up against the wall, when they check like this, they aren't gonna see you. So then, yeah, it's a very hard angle for them. If your teammates are having trouble getting inside one, like there's a guy on one that's just really hard for them to kill, then you can just, quickly shift up here, check this, and then you just want to push and get the kill. And then, yeah. This flashbang is really nice, by the way. You would think you would just be able to like, do that, but that flash nade actually doesn't flash people stand right there. It's really bad. So the flash nade you want to do is like this. Flash nades are really good if you can pop them in the air like this. It popped, by the way, if you didn't see it, like right here. And what that does, oh no, not like that, like this. Actually, like this. It's just straight up. You don't have to jump. It's like this. Yeah. Anybody coming out of dark room would be flashed and going into one, so it's a great flash. Now I'll set more rounds and we can do this again. I gotta cover going to one, right? And then I want to cover NRF things. I could also probably show some spots and small spots, but I only show the good ones. I don't feel like showing all of them, because a lot of them you only use like maybe 1 out of 100 times, really. So I'll show you why it's so hard going to one first. Why a lot of teams prefer. Okay, so first of all, it's kind of hard to go one because you're forced to come out this door, right? And usually the NRF team is already set up, and you have a few prompts. Their scope could be here, watching you come out of the bottom to get you, right? And then they could have a person on green boxes, they could have a person coming here, they could have a person right there, they could have a scope right there, they could have a scope over there, they can see you. And then say that you magically make it here. Well, then you still got problems, because they could be on top watching you, they could be bridge, By bridge, you're like, wait, I thought the round just started. Yeah, it did. Somebody could rush top, jump on bridge, and then turn around right here and see you. Sounds far-fetched? It's happened. So you gotta watch this doorway and all of that. And then not only that, but they could have a scope sitting there waiting watching you. Like, so they could have a rifle here. They could have a rifle here. They could have a scope here. They could have a scope up on this, watching the cross that goes behind the tank. They could have a scope up here. Skadoodle played the spot once. And then they could have somebody pushing around on top. There goes bridge. They jump, they realize you're going one, they turn around, and guess what? They can see you, they can see you. And if they have somebody else on top, they're going like this. They could jump up and see you, they could jump up and see you, they could go on this, they could look down through here. They could peek like this. I mean, you're thinking, wow, how did we ever get the one? Well, I'll show you some secrets. Usually you want to have mid, that's a big secret, is if you can get bridge, you can take top one. Alright. So, smoke nade. Guess what? Both those sniper spots, and remember how we had that sniper back here? That sniper, the sniper spot over there, these rifles, they can't see anything. You can cross now. Just take top one. Oh, well what about that scope over there that was behind double doors? I forgot to show that one by the way, but it's whatever. Well, then you can just aim up from this to that height right there. Boom. Run jump. And I believe this should do it. I haven't done this in a while. Nope. I'm being silly. It's not that high. You want to aim right there and bring it up. Ah, it was the height of the antenna. And then you want to jump through it. Yeah. See? Now the scope can't see you. So I'll do that one again because I messed it up the first time. I don't want to confuse you. So, going one, you want to aim at this black thing, bring it up to the height of this antenna, and jump. Oop, that was bad. Yeah, see, you go all the way into the tank, by the way. I hit that ledge, so aim here, bring it up to the height of the antenna, run jump, and then cross peaceful. Wow, I confused you even more. Go in the corner. Aim at this black thing, bring it up to the height. Let's just go with not even antenna, lower than antenna, and then run jump. Hopefully you remember the spot because I messed it up so badly, right? Oh, now it's stuck up there. You know what? This spot. This is why you should practice your nade spots in practice channel before you use them in the game, you guys. Let's just try jumping. Not even run jump. No, that won't work. Alright, forget it. That smoke spot you can work on your own. I'm sorry, I messed that one up. Alright. So now, our smoke spot that I do know is when you're going over here, if this door is smoked or like, you know they can't see you, right? So you're safe right now. Well, as you're running around here, you can aim here, bring it up to here, and you can run jump it, right? And this smoke nade, it's not an exact spot by the way, I didn't aim anything specific. If you bring it down more to the right, I did that one wrong too. Here you go. As you're running up to this, you aim over here. See this little black thing? Bring it up to here, and then you run jump it. Before I make myself look a complete idiot, it's supposed to mark the dark room, right? So when they're rotating, they can't see people top one. They can't see. If you aim it more to the left and you don't suck at smoke nades like me, then it'll hit here, and then they really can't see. So if you're pushing one, you smoke that door, right? Then their scopes can't see you. You can cross top one. Then you can smoke there, and then by the time you're over here, they can't rotate out right away because you got top one and you got that smoke. Alright. So now, say that you got behind tank and you're going up on one. There's a few things. When you come up here, you want to watch, first of all, you want to go like this. Be aware that there may be an enemy here or coming up here. Now if there's not, there's usually an enemy over there, or there might be an enemy. Alright, let's just go over it. So you're running. Your teammate throws a smoke. It's clear, you get across, feel like a boss. Right, now you run up like this. Be careful, an enemy could be here, could somebody like, you know, coming up right here. They could have somebody like right here or right here. You gotta check it. They could have an enemy over there. So you're coming up, you check like this. Then you want to look here because there may be an enemy peeking you from here. Now you're running up, there is no enemy. Then you look through here as you're looking. You're looking like this. Then you turn and you're like, okay, that's clear. Then you go up and you shift and you're like, oh, that's clear too. Then you start to shift around and you're like, alright, that's clear, that's clear. Check right here. You have to check this one. And then you can check like this as you're running. And then you can go like this. If your team is taking bottom one, you can just sit right here and watch the rotate, right? Now, if your team is having troubles getting in the bottom one, you can drop, flank, power, flank. Let's talk some nades. You got top one, right? Your teammates got bottom one. They're planning. Now, you know what they're going to be rotating from dark room. Then you stand in this corner. Aim at the top of this box. Bring it over past this pole. So you want to go like this.
Fire in the hole!
You can also throw a smoke nade. Aim a little bit higher. Throw a smoke nade. Well, I had that in reverse. That nade spot hit right here kills them as they come out of dark room. If you aim a little bit higher, it goes right here, and it'll kill people in dark room. Now the smoke nade, you actually want to aim a little bit lower, because I'll show you. The first smoke nade I threw went in dark room, right? That's not that useful. They're already in dark room. You want to smoke where they're going, not where they are. So you want to throw that. That should be better. Yes. Now, they can't rotate, because once again, same smoke as earlier. Okay. So, now if you're the guy going inside one, you gotta use this watch. First thing you want to do when you're coming in, you want to be careful that there's nobody peeking you there. Then you want to check this, turn, and as you're checking, you're looking like this. Out of corner area, you're checking there, and then you're also checking on top, and then you go like this, check the inside, turn, check the door, turn, checking this in your point of view, and then turn, check the inside corner, because they could be crouching like this. Then you want to turn, check the door again, turn, check back corner, turn, check door, and then plant. Alright, after all that work, we're done with that. So that's taking one. Nade spot wise, not a great nade spot for C4. I'll show you one. This nade spot, I would learn it. It's only a 50-50. I can't get it every time. It's one of the nade spots that you would use, you know, say you happen to be mid, you know the enemy is in one for any reason. So you just know the enemy's bottom one, inside one. For any reason, not just C4. Well then, see these two lines? You aim at this line, the right one. Then you see this pole, and this pole. You line them up, and then you aim at the, see these 1, 2, 3, 4? Aim at this. And then you're gonna hold it, and
Fire
jump.
in the hole!
And like I said, I can't get it every time. Hopefully I get the first time here so I don't seem like a noob. Nope, I seem like a noob. I missed it. Laugh at me now. Haha. Come back and try it again. See if I can get it on the second try to prove my 50-50 claim. Go here. Drag it over.
Fire
Jump.
in the hole!
I think I missed it. I'm really gonna look like a noob now. Super noob. You missed it twice. I think that there might be some secret to getting this nade spot every single time, but I haven't really learned it. So then you go like this, line them up, jump.
Fire in the hole!
I think I missed it that time, look. Alright, so you go over here, aim at the second line. Then you move over till the lines overlap, and then you jump. I swear I'm doing nothing wrong. Alright, well I missed every single nade, so you can just laugh at me. It's actually, oh look, I hit one. Yeah, it's supposed to go here. So if you plant C4, you know, you're like, alright look, you can't plant here, you tell me. Well, if you're on the site and you walk, you can plant it farther. Okay. So, nade spot. I missed it a bunch of times. You see why I don't use it every time. It's not right. It's not trustable. That's the word I'm looking for.